Yo, what's good, everybody's Vic here. Today is Tuesday, July 7th, man. Coming to y'all with a trade recap. We caught a dub today. We caught a dub and we caught a L. Let me show y'all P&L. As you can see across the day, $6,586 down on the day. Across my fundeds, we did take a win. We took one win, then we got off. But on the I should have just taken my win and go and win on, but on the evals I decided to take another bid. Ended up losing and blowing the stack I just got. So very unfortunate. This is the last stack of accounts till my next paycheck. I'm not gonna try to get more accounts. Um, because I'm not gonna force it. I wasn't able to add a new batch this cycle. It is what it is. I'm gonna try again once paid again. I'm way over my double. I even doubled my spending budget from this paycheck I just got to allocate towards eval. So now I'm just waiting till we get another payout, but by God's grace. But yeah, those accounts are toasted. The Tradeify accounts on the 5 Apex, but we did catch a dub on the funded. So thank you God for that. So coming into today, I really didn't have a bias. Like that's what I usually has been happening a lot recently. Did not really have a bias, although I am leaning more bearish. Um, I'm leaning more bearish simply because that's what previous market structure is showing me. Although I could be interested for longs because, as you can see, coming into market open, we are around. We did have this hourly low in this 4 hour gap. So if we did see a sweep of that while respecting this 4 hour, I wouldn't mind to then take longs to then fill out some of this liquidity and come test this London high and maybe this 4 hour gap, right? So that's what I'm initially looking for coming into market open. And coming into market open, that I forgot to say, we had an unfilled we had an unfilled 15-minute gap right here. I don't know why I didn't have it marked up, but that's super important because that's the gap of the session. That's what we end up taking our trade off of. And yeah, so coming into market open, the market initially rips up. We sweep out these highs, and as you can see on ES, um we had a yeah. So on ES we had a huge SMT with these highs, right? So ES comes out, sweeps these high. Um, Although ES and NQ were a bit uncorrelated for a period of time, but after we got this sweep, um, I was still leaning bearish. Like after we got the sweep, because if we look, hold up, 1 second. If we look, I'm not sure if ES was in any point of distribution per se. No, it did have a 5 minute high. Um, But even regardless of what ES was looking like at this point in time, I still very much so like the reaction NQ was giving us. So as you could see, this huge rejection wick, SMT at the highs with a tap of an unfilled gap of this 15-minute. This is screaming Judas. As you know on this channel, we love Judases, man. Haven't really gotten a Judas in a while, a real Judas where you tap into something unfilled. Um, and yeah, from here, I'm now watching this 30-second gap. This is the highest time frame gap that is created. There's no 1 minute, there's no 2 minute, and it's only a 30-second. So now, like I'm just waiting for this 30 second to inverse. And although I do have something to say regarding this in live time, okay, took a couple more candles. We almost went and resweep, failed to resweep. Um, Big reaction candle, and I really think like I again like this happened so many times. I did not see us not inverse. Also, this was a CISD entry essentially, but in real time, when it got here, I was like, okay, I don't want to miss it. It was like a second, 2 seconds left, so I entered. So my entry was right here. My entry was 59.8. That was my entry. We put in this low, and I really do like entries like this where it also gives a CISD as well within the inverse. I actually didn't end up catching the inverse because then entry would have been here. I ended up catching it around right here. So pretty good entry, although it did not inverse. So technically I should have pulled. I didn't even realize in real time. Like I don't be realizing sometimes. Then from here, I'm break even at this internal low. So I'm break even once this point hits right here. As you can see, this point right here is the 4-hour low that I previously had, but I wasn't gonna go TP there because it wasn't a 1-to-1 yet at this point. So in reality, I just once we hit 1-to-1, I trail aggressive. We end up getting stopped out right there. And yeah, it had a winner on the day. And the trade that I was initially looking for, on the front or in the evals, I should say, was this trade: a resweep of the high, a resweep of the lows, great internal structure, 30-second IFEG, to then target buy side, but this would not have played out. Although I did really like it, that's why I was rushing. Would have been break even. Then the real trade I actually ended up taking on the funded was a 30-second IFEG. Although, and this 30-second IFEG didn't actually go inverse. I ran it a little bit. So like yeah, as you can see, this 1, 2, third candle right here. I thought we just I thought it was just gonna be a 5-minute gap tap into total displacement lower, because at this point in time ES was starting to melt as well. So boom, get entry like right here. My stop is body high. Super unfortunate, get stopped out. And I was going like I wanted to hold this a long way because my real draw was previous day low. And just how unfortunate that we just melt. We completely melt after this. Wanted to see if I could pass these accounts on one go or with this trade, but unfortunately super brutal loss, was unable to. It is what it is. Blew the 10 accounts. So now I'm just gonna be waiting till I'm paid again. So let me show y'all P&L on Apex as well as TraderFi. Holy bless me. 1 second, y'all. 1 second, y'all. So on Apex, as you can see here, yeah, 500 day across the 5 accounts, and as you can see, these accounts were blown. Super unfortunate. CPI is next week, so I think I'm low key. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure I'll be paid by them by God's grace, and I think I'll be copping a 10 stack to see if we can CPI pass these accounts. Hopefully it works. Last time it did not work, but we were still able to pass these accounts. But I don't want to rely on me just using 15 cons per account to then try to, you feel me? I don't want to do that around this time around, especially with 10 accounts. I'd rather just CPI pass the most for me. Yeah, 500 across the day. We're at 52,000. In order to take a payout, I need to be, again, like I always say, I just want at least a 1,000 payout per account. So I would need to get these accounts to 53,100. So I'm 1,000 away from that. Super brutal that we had the week we had last week, because we'd already be having a payout by now, but it is what it is. Nothing good comes easy. Yeah, so I need 1,000 more dollars on these accounts. So essentially that is 2 more trading days. So hopefully by the end of the week I'll be able to request another payout. And let me show y'all P&L on Alpha Futures. On Alpha Futures, we are 1,900. So let me just say 2,000. We're at a 2,000 balance across the 3 accounts. For me, because we can take out half of the balance, this is now I actually think this is the fifth winning day, so we are eligible for a payout, but I'm not taking $1,000 payout here. I know I said anything over 1,000, but after this and after profit split, it wouldn't be over 1,000. So let's say we're at 2,000, we're averaging 500 per trade. After one more winning day by God's grace, I will be at 2,500 or should be around there. And after 2,500, I will be taking a payout on these accounts. So hopefully I can take a payout come tomorrow. Yeah, hopefully I can take a payout come tomorrow at 2,500, which would give us a payout of 1,200, 500. Holy smokes, $1,250. So that's how much drawdown we'll have left after the fact, which it is what it is. I'm fine. So yeah, hopefully we could be taking a payout on these accounts come tomorrow. These accounts are one day ahead of the Apex accounts because, as y'all know, on that Friday these accounts were about to be blown. So I decided to say F it and taking one more trade with minis, one mini across the three accounts, and was able to bring it back a little bit. So these accounts are, you feel me, back in great standing. One more trade, I'll be taking a payout. $1,200 payout times 3. What's the math on that? After splits, I think it's like 3,300. But anyways, that's all I have for y'all today. As I always say, let's continue to stay in process. Let's keep doing the right things. Let's do my job. I just gotta do my job, man. I just gotta do my job, and eventually, holy smokes, Messi is that ass at at penalties? Holy smokes. Messi, bro, he's always missing pens. Holy smokes. He's not a killer in the box. My goat. Holy smokes. Hold up, I'm watching this right now. You can't miss that, brother. Holy smokes. My fault, y'all, bro. Messi, how'd you miss the penalty, brother? My goat. My goat. Anyways, yeah, hopefully I can take a payout tomorrow. But the thing that sucks is I be caring about the numbers. I feel like I be caring about the numbers too much. Like, I want a 10K. Like, you feel me? If I end up taking a payout on these, that's like what I say, like a 3.3 payout. So that's like 3.3. And if I take a payout once I'm at on the Apex accounts, once I'm at 3,100, it's 1,000 across. So that's a 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 3,000, 8,000. It's like, why not? Like, you feel me? I want 10K. I want 5 figures. You feel me? Maybe I'm bugging, but you feel me? In the mind, that's what I be thinking about. But it is what it is. I'm gonna take the payouts when I can. Yeah, that's really all I got for y'all. That's enough yap. Hopefully tomorrow's a great day. I think we have FOMC tomorrow. Yeah, let's just keep stacking days, man. Thank you, God. We finna be rich as shit. I say this all the time. Why not us, bro? Why not us, bro? I love y'all. Catch y'all on the next recap. Peace, y'all. Why not us? We finna be rich as shit. There's no doubt about that.